The words came through the phone like ice water. My sister Jennifer's voice carried that particular tone she'd perfected over the years. The one that made it clear she wasn't asking or discussing, just announcing decisions she'd already made. The family reunion is adults only this year, she said. Your kids aren't invited. We're trying to keep it sophisticated. I was folding laundry in my living room, the phone wedged between my shoulder and ear. My hands stilled on my daughter's school uniform. Sophisticated, I repeated quietly. Yes. Mom and Dad agree. We're renting this beautiful resort in Monterey, and honestly, Sarah, your children are just too young. They'll ruin the atmosphere we're going for. My son Marcus was 26. My daughter Lisa was 23. Both were college graduates. Both were successful in their own right. They're adults, Jennifer. Barely. Her laugh was sharp. Marcus with his little hotel management thing and Lisa still figuring out her career. We want people who've actually accomplished something. Uncle Tom is bringing his son, the surgeon. Cousin Beth is bringing her daughter, the lawyer. You understand. I sat down on the couch, still holding Lisa's shirt. I understand. Great. I knew you'd be reasonable. The reunion is in 6 weeks. We're doing a whole weekend, Friday through Sunday. The Palmer Ridge Resort. It's exclusive. Very upscale. Probably not the kind of place you're used to, but we thought we'd splurge this year. Palmer Ridge. My heart did a small flip, but I kept my voice steady. Sounds lovely. It is. I've been coordinating everything with the events manager. They're giving us the entire West Wing, private beach access. The works. This is going to be the reunion people talk about for years. She paused. I'm sending the details to everyone who's invited. Obviously you're welcome, but just you. Tom's wife is getting a sitter for their younger kids too. It's just how it has to be. Of course, I said softly. Whatever you think is best. After we hung up, I sat in the quiet living room for a long moment. Then I called Marcus. Hey Mom, he answered. His voice had that busy quality, like he was walking somewhere quickly. Can I call you back? I'm dealing with a situation at the property. No rush, honey. Just wanted to hear your voice. Everything okay? Everything's fine. Love you. Love you too, Mom. I didn't tell him about the reunion. Not yet. The next 3 weeks were punctuated by group text messages from Jennifer. She'd created a family chat specifically for reunion planning, and I watched as she orchestrated every detail with military precision. Jennifer confirmed the wine tasting for Saturday afternoon. Premium selections only. Uncle Tom, sounds perfect. James is looking forward to networking with everyone. Jennifer, exactly the crowd he should be around. Successful people. Aunt Patricia, should we do a formal dinner Friday night? Jennifer, already booked the main dining room. I told the resort manager we're a distinguished group. She's pulling out all the stops. I noticed she'd included me in the chat but never directed any questions my way. I was copied, not consulted, a courtesy inclusion. Mom chimed in occasionally with approving messages. Dad sent thumbs-up emojis. My brother David contributed ideas about golf tee times and cigar selections. It was like watching a play where everyone had a speaking role except me. On Thursday evening, Jennifer sent a photo of her outfit selections. 5 different designer dresses laid out on her bed. Jennifer, can't decide which for Friday night. The Versace or the Prada. The responses flooded in immediately. Everyone had opinions. I stared at my phone screen, then set it face down on the counter. That night Lisa called. Marcus told me about the reunion thing, she said. Her voice was tight. Aunt Jennifer said we're not sophisticated enough? She's planning something specific, I said carefully. It's her event. It's a family reunion, Mom. We're family. I know, sweetheart. Does she know Marcus owns Palmer Ridge? No. There was a pause. Are you going to tell her? No. Mom. What she doesn't know won't hurt her, I said. Let her have her perfect weekend. Lisa made a frustrated sound. You're too nice. You know that. Maybe. 3 days before the reunion, my phone rang at 7 in the morning. Jennifer's name flashed on the screen. Sarah. Her voice was different, higher, strained. I need to talk to you about something. What's wrong? I was at Palmer Ridge yesterday doing the final walkthrough with the events coordinator. Everything was perfect, absolutely perfect. Then the manager asked to speak with me privately. I waited. She said the owner wanted to personally approve our event. Standard procedure for large family gatherings, she said. So she called him down to meet me. My coffee had gone cold in my hand. It was Marcus. Jennifer's voice cracked slightly. Your son Marcus. He owns the entire resort, Sarah. The whole thing. Why didn't you tell me? You didn't ask. I've been coordinating this whole event, talking about how exclusive it is, how upscale, and your son owns it? The events manager said he bought it 2 years ago, that he owns 4 other properties along the coast. She called him one of the most successful young hospitality entrepreneurs in California. I took a sip of cold coffee. That's nice of her to say. Nice of her to, Sarah, this is huge. This is massive. Why didn't you say anything? You said Marcus had a little hotel management thing. I figured you weren't interested in the details. The line went quiet for a moment. Look, Jennifer said, her tone shifting, becoming warmer. I think there's been a misunderstanding. About the kids not being invited. I was just trying to keep numbers manageable, you know? But obviously Marcus and Lisa should be there. I mean, Marcus owns the venue. It would be weird if he wasn't there. You said they hadn't accomplished anything. I didn't mean it like that. I was stressed about planning. You know how I get. Come on, Sarah. Tell them they're invited. Please. This whole thing could be really awkward otherwise. I'll think about it. Think about it? Sarah, the reunion is in 3 days. I know when it is. I hung up before she could say anything else. An hour later, a delivery truck pulled up to my house. The driver unloaded 6 large boxes, all wrapped in expensive paper with elaborate bows. I signed for them and carried them inside one by one. When I opened them, I found designer clothes, expensive chocolates, premium wine, and gift certificates to upscale restaurants. A card was attached to the largest box in Jennifer's handwriting, for Marcus and Lisa. Can't wait to celebrate with them this weekend. I took a photo of everything, then loaded it all back into my car. The next delivery came that afternoon. More gifts. A personalized photo album labeled Family Memories. A framed picture of all of us from 10 years ago, professionally matted. Another card. Family means everything. Let's make this reunion special together. I drove both loads to the donation center before dinner. Friday morning, my phone started ringing at 6. Jennifer. I let it go to voicemail. She called again. And again. By the 4th call I answered. Sarah, thank God. Listen, I need to talk to Marcus. The resort is saying our event might have some issues with availability. Can you have him call me? Please. Marcus is busy with his properties. He has 5 resorts to manage. 5? I thought the manager said 4. He just acquired another one in Santa Barbara last month. It didn't make the news yet. Oh. Pause. Well, can you just ask him to call? Just for a minute? I'm getting worried about the arrangements. I'll pass along the message. When I see him. Sarah, please. I'm sorry about what I said. I really am. You know I didn't mean it. Your kids are great. They're accomplished. Marcus is obviously incredibly successful. I was just stressed and said stupid things. Can we please move past this? The gifts you sent, I said calmly. I donated them. You what? To charity. They'll go to people who need them. But those were for Marcus and Lisa. Those were apology gifts. They don't need gifts. They need family who respects them. I do respect them. That's what I'm trying to say. 3 days ago they weren't sophisticated enough for your reunion. Today they're accomplished and successful. That's not respect, Jennifer. That's convenience. Her voice rose. What do you want from me? I apologized. I sent gifts. I'm trying to fix this. I want you to remember this feeling, I said quietly. The next time you decide someone isn't good enough. I ended the call. The messages started immediately, Jennifer. Dad, Uncle Tom, Aunt Patricia. Even my brother David, who never got involved in family drama. David, come on sis. Jennifer messed up. Can't we just move forward? Mom, Sarah, this is family. We forgive each other. Dad, your son is very successful. We're all proud. Let's celebrate together. Uncle Tom, Jennifer is beside herself. She's learned her lesson. I turned off my phone. Saturday morning someone knocked on my door. Jennifer stood on my porch, her eyes red, still in her pajamas even though it was nearly noon. The resort canceled our event, she said. Her voice was hollow. They said the owner declined to host it. They refunded our deposit, but we have nowhere to go. Everyone is arriving this afternoon. I have 23 family members coming to Monterey with no venue, no accommodations, nothing. I leaned against the doorframe. That's unfortunate. Please, Sarah. Talk to Marcus. I know this is coming from him. Just ask him to reconsider. I'll apologize to him directly. To Lisa too. I'll do whatever it takes. Marcus makes his own business decisions, I said. He's an accomplished young man. Very sophisticated. I'm sure he has his reasons. She flinched at her own words being reflected back. I'm begging you. Like I begged you to include my children. When I called you back that first day and you let it go to voicemail. When I texted asking if we could discuss it and you said the decision was final. Jennifer's face crumpled. I didn't know. You didn't know Marcus was successful, so my feelings didn't matter. My children's feelings didn't matter. Now that you know, everything changes. I shook my head slowly. That's the problem, Jennifer. Respect shouldn't come with conditions. What do I do? Everyone is going to blame me. This reunion has been planned for months. I guess you'll have to figure it out. You're good at planning sophisticated events for accomplished people. I'm sure you'll find somewhere appropriate. I stepped back and closed the door softly. Through the window, I watched her walk back to her car, shoulders shaking. My phone buzzed with a text from Marcus. The Palmer Ridge manager said Aunt Jennifer is looking for alternative venues. Should I help? I typed back, that's your decision, honey. You're the owner. Very accomplished. Very sophisticated. Whatever you choose, I'm proud of you. 3 dots appeared, then disappeared. Then his response. I think I'll wait until she asks me directly without going through you. Good call, I sent back. Lisa called a few minutes later. Mom, Aunt Patricia just texted me asking if I could talk to Marcus. What's happening? Your aunt is learning that words have consequences. Should I respond? Do you want to? She was quiet for a moment. Not really. She's never been interested in talking to me before, only now that she needs something. Then don't. Love you, Mom. Love you too, sweetheart. I made myself tea and sat on the back porch. My phone continued buzzing with messages, but I didn't look at them. The afternoon sun was warm, and for the first time in weeks, I felt completely at peace. Sometimes the best response to cruelty isn't anger. It's simply removing your cooperation. Jennifer wanted sophistication and exclusivity. Now she had it. A reunion so exclusive she couldn't even attend. The irony wasn't lost on me. My phone rang one more time. Mom's name appeared. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Sarah, please. This has gone too far. Jennifer made a mistake. Can't we fix this as a family? Mom, I said gently, when Jennifer said my kids weren't invited, you agreed with her. You texted in that group chat about how nice it would be to have an adults-only event. You never once asked how I felt or if maybe Marcus and Lisa deserved to be included. I didn't want to cause conflict. No. You didn't want to disagree with Jennifer. There's a difference. She was silent. My children are good people, I continued. They're kind, they're hardworking, they're successful. They didn't deserve to be excluded. And I didn't deserve to watch my entire family plan a celebration while making it clear my kids weren't good enough. We didn't know about Marcus's success. You shouldn't have needed to know. They should have been invited because they're family. Because that's what family reunions are for. Not because my son happened to be wealthy enough to make you reconsider. Mom's voice was small. You're right. I know. Will you talk to Marcus? No. If Jennifer wants to make this right, she needs to do it herself. Not through me. Not through gifts. She needs to actually face what she did and apologize to the people she hurt. After we hung up, I finally looked at my messages. Buried among the pleas and justifications was one text that made me pause. Jennifer, I'm sorry. Really sorry. Not because Marcus owns the resort. Because I was cruel to you and your children. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm asking for it anyway. No gifts. No strings. Just truth. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I forwarded it to Marcus with a simple note. Your call, honey. Whatever you decide, I support you. His response came 5 minutes later. I'll think about it. But if I do help, it's not Palmer Ridge. She can learn that some doors once closed stay closed. I smiled and typed back, very sophisticated decision.